This is Haunted Fears. Fear. Most disturbing true hiking horror stories. Picture this. Miles from anyone. Fog choking the trail ahead. Then you hear it. A slow, deliberate whistle slicing the silence, matching your footsteps exactly. You freeze. It freezes. You breathe harder. It creeps closer. That's only the first shadow waiting. Last fall on Mac's Patch, a solo camper returned to fresh boot prints circling her tent. Prints that weren't there at sunset. Near Mount St. Helens, two friends stepped inside a cabin their maps swore didn't exist, until their photos captured only barren dirt. Zion's pre-dawn darkness swallowed abandoned gear and rhythmic clanking echoing from impossible canyons. Colorado's misty woods revealed footprints, perfect duplicates, walking a parallel path, right beside their own. What watched from those shadows? What left those impossible traces? These stories linger long after the trail fades. Haunted Fears. Horror family, if you dare face what hides beyond the trailhead, smash like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share with fellow fear seekers. The mountains guard their secrets, but we expose them. Stay fearful. My name is Megan. This happened to me last October on Mac's Patch, and it still wakes me up at night. I'd been hiking the Appalachian Trail for 5 years, mostly day trips with friends, or my ex. But after our breakup in September, I needed space to think. At 29, I felt stuck. Good job as a graphic designer in Charlotte, nice apartment, but emotionally gutted. So I planned my first solo overnight at Mac's Patch, that famous grassy bald in North Carolina, where you can see 360 degrees of mountains. Late October felt perfect. Peak foliage mostly gone, fewer crowds, crisp air. I packed light but smart, Big Agnes copper spur tent, MSR pocket rocket stove, Patagonia nano puff jacket, Garmin inReach satellite communicator, and my trusty Lakey trekking poles. Told my sister my itinerary, filed a permit at the trailhead off FS Road 2882. Felt empowered, pulling into the empty parking lot at 2 p.m., fog already rolling over the ridges. The 3-mile climb from the lot to the bald was steep but familiar terrain, switchbacks through rhododendron thickets, then popping out onto that wide-open grassy dome. Wind whipped across, carrying that earthy smell of fallen leaves mixed with pine. Temps hovered in the upper 40s, but I knew it dropped fast after sunset. Found my spot 100 yards off the trail near a gnarled oak at the bald's edge. Perfect mix of exposure for stargazing and tree cover for windblock. Set up camp methodically, guy lines taut against the gusts, rainfly vestibule facing downhill, sleeping pad inflated, jet boil water boiling for dinner. Mountain house chili mac never tasted better. Sat on a rock eating, watching fog thicken in the valleys below, feeling accomplished. First solo camp nailed. No cell service up here, but my inReach confirmed a text to my sister. Camp set. All good. Out tomorrow noon. Peaceful. Independent. Exactly what I needed. Around 5 p.m., sun dipping behind Black Mountain, I decided to gather firewood from the woods downhill. Twilight was settling fast, sky turning bruised purple. That's when I first heard it. A distant lilting whistle, like someone calling a dog. 3 short notes, then silence. Figured another hiker, maybe sectioning the AT, or a Carolina wren trilling late. Grabbed my Petzl headlamp, headed into the spruce fir edge where dead branches littered the ground. Whistled back casually, hiker courtesy. No answer. Collected an armful, paused to listen. There it was again, same 3 notes, closer now, maybe 200 yards off through the trees. Shook it off, hiked back uphill. By the time I dumped the wood, dusk had deepened, fog swallowing the trail markers. Got the fire going, embers glowing orange against the gray. Maybe 6:15 p.m. sipping hot tea, flames crackling. That whistle returned. Not random this time. 3 notes, deliberate, matching the rhythm I'd whistled earlier. Looked up, scanned the bald. Nothing but swirling mist and grass bending in wind. "Hello?" I called, voice swallowed by the open space. Silence. Told myself it was echo off the hills or wind through rocks. Added logs to the fire. Tried reading my Kindle, some hiking memoir for irony. But around 6:45, as I stood to rinse my mug at the stream 50 yards away, it came again. Exact same notes, timed perfectly with my steps downhill. Paused mid-stride. Whistle stopped. Heart ticked up. Coincidence, right? Walked faster back. It matched, quickening slightly. Stopped dead at my tent. Silence. Laughed nervously to myself. Megan, you're losing it from breakup stress. Sat by the fire till dark, ears straining. Full night by 7:30 p.m., temps plunging toward freezing. Fog so thick now I could barely see 30 feet. Fire low, casting jittery shadows. Whistled test. 3 notes toward the woods. Exact echo back seconds later, from downslope. Not echo. Too precise, human inflection. Grabbed my bear spray, clipped inReach to belt. Paced camp perimeter. Headlamp beam, cutting fog like a knife. Nothing. Called out louder. Who's there? This isn't funny. Voice cracked. Silence, then one lone note, mocking. Stomach nodded. Rational Megan said, animal or prankster thru-hiker. Emotional Megan felt eyes on her back. Crawled into tent 8 p.m., zip tight, sleeping bag up to chin. Lay rigid, listening. Wind moaned, branches creaked. Then footsteps, soft crunches in dry grass, circling clockwise, 20 feet out. Slow, deliberate. Stopped when I shifted. Resumed when I froze. No breathing audible, just presence. Heavy, watchful. Tried inReach SOS. Hesitated. No emergency yet. Texted sister instead. Hearing weird noises, probably nothing. Battery 80%. Around 9 p.m., whistle again. Right outside vestibule, 2 notes soft as breath. Fumbled headlamp, swept beam through rainfly mesh. Empty grass. Footsteps resumed, counterclockwise now, closer. Imagined silhouette in fog sizing me up. Why not approach? What waited for? Prayed for dawn. Every rustle was them circling, patient. Drifted in, out sleep, spray can clutched like lifeline. 1 a.m., low whistle, mimicking my name. Megan. Imagination. Heart hammered. Outside zip rubbed. Testing door. Held breath, 10 minutes. Silence. Repeat 3 a.m. Pure exposure up here. No trees close enough to hide behind. Bald like a stage. Dawn couldn't come fast enough. First gray light 6:45 a.m. Temps 32 degrees. Frost on stakes. Didn't dare exit till full visibility 7:15. Unzipped slow. Scanned 360. Grass trampled in perfect circle around tent, 15-foot radius. Boot prints. Men's size 10. Deep tread Vibram soles, not my Salomon Speedcross. Circled twice, clockwise, then counter. My null gene, usually in vestibule, now 5 feet away upright in grass. Headlamp strap draped over stake like offering. Worst, small stack of 5 fist-sized stones, pyramid neat by door flap. Never there yesterday. Hands shook packing. Broke camp in 12 minutes. Record. Shouldered 28-pound pack. Hit trail downhill 7:30 sharp. Descent flew. Legs jelly. Ears ringing every bird song. Trailhead by 10 a.m. Drove straight to Hot Springs Ranger Station. Filed incident report. Possible harassment. Described prints. Stones. Deputy took notes. Said they'd patrol, but AT gets weirdos yearly. No cameras, no witnesses. Stay safe, ma'am. Back home. Scoured AT forums. No Max Patch Whistler reports. Sister urged therapy. Brushed off. But solo backpacking. Done. Now hike with buddy system. Share live Gaia GPS tracks. Carry louder whistle. Print extra maps. Check footprints behind me. That bald haunts me. Isolation amplifies everything. Wind. Animal. Human. Trust instincts. If something feels wrong, don't ignore it. There's no shame in leaving. I learned the hard way. Mountains don't care about your independence. They watch. They wait. And sometimes they whistle back. My name is Josh. The cabin we stumbled across near Mount St. Helens last summer shouldn't exist. Yet there it stood, mocking every map we carried. I'd been chasing volcano photos since my first geology class at 19, and by 34, living in Portland with steady wedding gig work, I finally planned the perfect Mount St. Helens loop. My hiking partner of 15 years, the same guy who belayed me up Rainier twice and split a porta-potty portaledge on Hood, joined for the Hummocks Traverse. Mid-July 2023 hit 97 degrees. In Cougar, Washington, air shimmering even at 4,000 feet. We parked the Subaru at Climbers Bivouac off Forest Road 90 at 8:15 a.m. Racked Gregory Baltre 65L packs with 4L Nalgene bladders, Katahdin filter, Black Diamond Z-poles, Twin Sunto MC2 compasses, Gaia GPS premium offline maps loaded fresh that morning. My Canon EOS R6 with 24 120mm f4 and 70 to 200mm telephoto hung ready, 256 GB cards formatted, Gifford Pinchot Ranger Station permit stamped, USGS gas readings green, SOL spotter device synced. Plan shave, 4.2 miles cutting through Hummocks scrubland, linked to Lewitt Trail by dusk, bivouac at treeline. We'd logged 25-mile Sufferfest before. Routine turned wrong fast. Dust-caked our Salomon Quest 4 GTX boots by 9:45. 1980 ash still graying pumice flats, crunching like cornflakes. Sun hammered, heat waves warping deadfall. Main Lewitt Trail crawled with Instagrammers, so our shortcut dove into waist-high lupine and dwarf hemlock regeneration, visibility dropping to 40 yards through huckleberry thickets. My REI Co-op Sahara shirt, wicked sweat fine, but brimless buff soaked through. Partner scouted 75 yards ahead, compass swinging. Gaia says NNE 2.1 miles clips the corner. I shouted over wind. He thumbed. Okay, no cell bars up 4,200 feet, but SOL spotter pinged coordinates every 25 minutes to my wife's phone. Noon hit, mile marker, 3.4-ish. Terrain dipped into Ash Bottom Bowl. Perfect acoustic dead zone ringed by blackened timber skeletons. Partner froze mid-stride, Z-pole stabbing ground. You seeing this? 200 yards across lupine. Cabin. Hand-hewn log walls. Galvanized tin roof rusted artistic. Stone chimney mortared tight. 18x22 feet. Max. Moss colonizing shakes. No access trail. Gaia GPS blank raster. 125,000, topo empty. Squatters, film site, lens capped off 200mm zoomed structural details. Curiosity trumped trail discipline. Stashed packs under huckleberry 120 yards out. Crept approach pattern through knee-high brush. Z-poles sweeping spiderwebs. No fresh ATV tracks, no propane tanks, no solar panels, no outhouse stench. Rough-sawn cedar door cracked 4 inches. Rusted hinges glinting. Anybody home? Voice flattened against ash walls. Partner tapped door with pole tip. Swung inward, smooth, silent. First step inside hit different. Air 15 degrees cooler. Smelled lived in. Single 380 square foot room. Heart pine floorboards burnished clean. No grit. Kinner wood stove center wall dominated. Cast iron door ajar. Coals banked under gray ash, radiating palm warmth like turned off 90 minutes prior. Porcelain enameled table held galvanized tin coffee pot, grounds visible through spigot. Liquid cold but separated fresh, no 6-month film. Cast iron skillet bore onion crescents in bacon grease residue, knife alongside. Cabinets yielded bounty. 18 Dinty Moore beef stew cans, EXP 11-2022. Folgers, mountain-grown crystals, mid-bag. Red Monkey salt. Hefty trash compactor bags, half-full clean peels. Bunk bed starboard wall. USGI wool blankets tucked hospital corners. Thermarest Neo-Air X light pads fully inflated. Compression sacks beside. Woodshed corner held 2.3 cord split alder. Silky gomboy folding saw racked. Gransfors Brook hatchet honed edge up. Wall calendar pinned, crooked July 1979. Red X through June 29th. Penciled R&J plus kids. Tobacco pipe rested ashtray. Prince Albert pouch half full. No dust motes dancing sun shafts. Clock frozen 3:47. Wrongness prickled neck hairs. Bookshelf mid-wall delivered payload. Polaroid SX70 x0 print, 3.5 at 4.2 glossy, edges crisp. 4 figures posed casual by table. Man early 40s, red plaid Pendleton. Woman same age, flower-dusted apron. Boy 10, gap-toothed Yankees cap backward. Girl 7 braids holding teddy. Exact table, exact mugs, exact stove positioning. Window behind framed lush pre-eruption Douglas fir canopy. 50-foot bows, heavy needle. No gray ash flats, no moonscape, no 1980 devastation scar. Back-stamped violet ink. June 24, 1979. Johnson family. Stomach plummeted. USGS quad maps confirm. Total obliteration east ridgeline. 8.4 Richter lateral blast. Vaporized 230 square miles standing timber. Cabin coordinates plot barren ravine. Partner cross-checked Gaia GPS raster 3 times. Blank raster square. Instrument error. Sunto needles steady. Altimeter read 4,180 feet matching SOL spotter. Fired 28 frame burst. 24 millimeter wide establishing shots. 85 millimeters Polaroid tight. Stove detail. Calendar macro. Bunk bedding textures. Cabinet inventory. Pipe bowl close. Felt temporal vertigo. Like standing in dual exposure negative. Slipped Polaroid print free from frame. Only physical proof. Extracting, told partner. Backpedaled outside, packs shouldered hasty. Cabin receded through viewfinder, swallowed by heat shimmering lupine. Hard hike dropped 900 feet to Lewitt Trail Junction in 87 minutes. Dusk bruising, pumice violet. Partner monosyllabic, compass checking switchbacks obsessively. Truck at 8:03 p.m., AC cranked 58 degrees, Gatorades chugged. Cougar Pizza joint closed, settled Longview Motel vending machine. Home unpacked. Day 2, 6:47 p.m. Night 3, laptop triage. Canon DPP software stack. Frames, 1 to 28. Cabin erased. Every exposure registered lupine flats. Heat distortion where log walls manifested. EXIF metadata timestamps matched field notes. Raw HIF files, identical. Histogram analysis clean. No digital compositing artifacts. Partner viewed sequence on second monitor. Photoshopped reality. Pallor clinical. Day 4 returned Gifford Pinchot headquarters. Polaroid sealed Ziploc. Ranger pulled microfiche. Robert Johnson 42. Margaret 39. Michael 10. Sarah 7. Missing persons. Kalama PD, June 29, 1979. Destination logged East Slope cabin visit. No bodies recovered. Pre-eruption structure logs. Blank hummocks. Quadrangle. Blast zone forensics futile, she explained. Gaia GPS track exported KML. Straight vector through null coordinates. No cabin vertex. Spotter pings linear. No spatial anomalies. Polaroid framed beside desk lamp now. Johnson's smiling temporal refugees. Monthly Cascades loops. Olympic scrambles. Marked trails exclusively. Partner identical protocol. Gaia subscription annual. Twin compasses standard kit. USGS quad confirms 0 pre-1980 structures surveyed that grid. C14 date cans. Declined. Truth potentially stranger. St. Helens remembers sideways. 1980 scoured surface memory, not deep substrate. Temporal echoes persist. Shortcut seekers traps. Cabin awaits next off-trail navigator. Not ours. Wilderness reframes through that viewfinder. Some places hold secrets we can't explain. Respect wilderness history. Step off beaten path. Step someone else's unfinished afternoon. My name is Ashley. The backpack sitting dead center of that Zion trail at 5:47 a.m. belonged to someone who vanished into thin air. Or so we thought, until SR found him 3 days later. Our 6th annual BYU Provo reunion crew rolled out of Springdale at 3:42 a.m., March 7, 2024, 2 rented Jeeps stuffed with 6 mismatched hikers. At 26, dental hygienist by day, I'd planned 87 Utah trails since graduation. But this crew ranged wild. Me, moderate fitness, 200 trail miles logged. My gym rat roommate, could crush 20 miles daily. Her influencer cousin, photo stops every 0.2 miles. 2 casual weekenders, mostly for lodge beers. And the wild card, our chain-smoking ex-frat bro who called switchbacks stair-stepper light. Target, East Rim Spur, 5.2-mile legal variant skirting Angel's Landing chains, sunrise viewpoint guaranteed, temps 27 degrees, full moon lighting pavement, starfield insane above Virgin River. Gear stacked serious, my Osprey Talon 33, 2.8 lbs base weight, Black Diamond Spot 400R headlamps, X6, Salomon XA Pro 3D V9 boots, REI Magma 30 quilts, Spot Gen 4 messengers, 3 units synced, Catadine B-free filters, 3L camelback bladders, Cliff Builder bars, chocolate peanut butter my jam. NPS shuttle permits secured, Watchman trailhead itinerary texted parents 10:14 p.m. prior, car stereo blared, third eye, blind, windows down, first to refrigerator canyon buys breakfast burritos. 6 headlamps stab darkness, 4:32 a.m. sharp. Mile 0.9 chewed calves. Buenos 200-foot gain packed into 48 minutes. Loose Navajo sandstone scree sliding under Salomon lugs. Pinon pine shadows dancing in beams. Group electric. Influencer. TikToking moonset time-lapse. Gym rat racing ahead. Casuals joking. Who needs coffee when you're this stupid early? Echoes bounced off 800-foot sheer walls. By mile 1.7, 5:19 a.m. First alpenglow kissed West Temple. Orange fingers creeping down Zion Canyon. Fitness gaps emerged. Chain smoker lagging 80 yards. Casuals 40 yards back. Me mid-pack regulating pace. Gym rat vanished around Big Bend switchback. Then front headlamp froze solid. Beam locked downhill. Yo, what the actual... Middle trail. Surgical precision placement. Osprey Atmos 50. Top loading. Coyote brown. Upright like staged photo shoot. Right hip belt pocket. Nalgene. 30 through wide mouth. Lid quarter turn loose. Water sloshing audible. Left shoulder strap. Black diamond distance headlamp blinking red emergency. 23% battery thermal readout. 6 feet downslope. Lecky micro vario trekking pole. Third section telescoped wrong. Rubber tip missing. Beams swept systematic. REI merino wool glove. Large right hand. 14 feet left into Manzanita. Chocolate Cliff Builder wrapper. 23 feet right toward drainage. Single size 11 Vask Talus bootprint pair leading off trail into 28-foot slot canyon slot. No owner. No movement. No breathing. Dawn light barely cracking east rim. Vibe shift instant. Cameras pocketed. Jokes evaporated. Search it, I said, voice canyon swallowed. Unzipped main compartment slow. Men's leather wallet. Scuffed brass clasp. Utah DL. Mark Reynolds 32, Salt Lake City address, 611. 185 lbs, organ donor. Chase debit, 1843 balance receipt. Expired Planet Fitness membership, 2/2023. REI 7.2% dividend postcard unopened. No smartphone, no car keys, no stove, no bivy sack. Secondary pocket, half-used Nuon tablet tube, Garmin watch charging cable, dead battery, Sharpie marked Ziploc with folded NPS East Rim Spur permit, filed solo, 4:15 a.m. start. Twilight Zone prop, influencer muttered, paling. NPS protocol debate exploded. Gym rat push summit 0.9 miles for 4G signal. Casuals wanted immediate grid search. Chain smoker chain vaped nervous. Roommate neutral. I'd memorized Zion SAR handbook page 47. Mark gear location, continue to communication, do not split group. Then, clink, 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 precise 4-beat metal on granite rhythm, echoing 72 yards southeast from shadowed slot. Carabiner on rock signature, 78 BPM. Collective breath held. Clinking, paused. Nervous exhale. Resumed. Hollower, 82 BPM. Mark's in trouble, Gym rat insisted. Against training, 4 plunged slot. 4-foot wide vermilion slot, 92 feet deep. Manzanita clawing ankles. Clinking accelerated 94 BPM. Then sheared silent 41 yards in. Flashlight swept. Patagonia Houdini windshell snagged 11 feet up impossible Manzanita ledge, inside out. Main zipper teeth catching dawn light. Empty pockets, no hiker, no blood. Walls pinched impassable. Decision cascade. Split now, commanded. Me, chain smoker. Casual duo reverse routed downhill 1.6 miles in 29 minutes. Quads screaming, lungs torch. Zion Lodge landline 6:27 a.m. NPS dispatch. Abandoned Atmos, mile 1.92 East Rim Spur. 37.2, degree, 112 unit 47 Federal window. DL Mark Reynolds SLC, rhythmic metallic slot canyon 70 yards southeast. Dispatch scrambled. Helo ETAs, Tech SAR repellers mobilizing, K9 inbound. Remaining trio held GPS waypoint, strung 50-foot approach line paracord. Rangers boots on ground 7:14 a.m. Intact group located. NPS Helo 206L4, Long Ranger downdraft scattered cliff wrappers 9:11 a.m. extraction. Visitor Center debrief. SAR chief mapped route. Clinking cadence logged. Houdini condition cataloged. Size M, blue, 2-week-old coffee-stained collar. Filled form, 10-166 missing hiker report matching DL photo. Springdale Cable Mountain Motel lockdown. Beer pong canceled. Fox News loop, group WhatsApp silent. Day 2, 3:58 p.m. Motorola radio. Mark located Kolob Terrace Road MP 7.3 pullout self-evacuating brush. Core temp 93.8 degree of hypothermic. Dehydrated 8% body weight. GCS 14 disoriented. Bilateral shin abrasion superficial. Left ankle grade 1 sprain. No ID on person. Dumped pack mile 1.68 chasing reflective flash marker. Off trail 6:42 p.m. prior. Clinking source. His Black Diamond Oz carabiner snagging manzanita branches, amplified 3 Shrek slot acoustics. Houdini lost desperation climb out slot. Walked 17.8 miles pavement after star reoriented 5:47 a.m. Crew debrief beers, hushed post-dusk. Mark discharged St. George Regional Day 4. Handwritten thank you FedExed Day 7. Gratitude eternal. Lessons reciprocated. Protocol rewrite permanent. Garmin inReach Mini Standard, battery rotated. Comprehensive Good Sam trauma kits. Tourniquet, shears, quick clot. Fox 40, classic whistles, triple redundant shoulder straps. Written itineraries emailed triple contacts pre-dawn. Hourly group check-ins mandatory. 30-minute turnaround clock hard. Annual reunions continue. Capitol Reef 2025 queued, but pre-hike briefings scripted. Laminated NPS 10 essentials, no side quests, no photo ops, Trump survival. Mark crashed 1 reunion hike later. Quieter now, beacon clip pack always. That 5:47 a.m. gear pile rewired decision matrices. Carefree reunions flirt disaster. Always tell someone exact route. Carry proper safety gear. Don't fear turning back or calling help. One hesitation costs everything. My name is Eric. The footprints I found in Rocky Mountain National Park matched my Salomon boots perfectly, but they weren't mine, and they walked a trail that ran parallel to ours all weekend. At 41, with 28 years since earning my Eagle Scout at Troop 172 in Denver, I've backcountry soloed everything from the CDT to the Wind Rivers. Corporate IT project manager by week, wilderness navigator by weekend. I've got 1,800 trail miles logged on Gaia GPS Premium, every gear choice battle-tested. Early September 2024, Bear Lake Road still open, I pitched my 27-year-old cousin, a graphic designer from Fort Collins with 40 trail miles total, the Fern Lake Loop, 14.2 miles over 2 nights, 2,800 feet gain, mid-elevation aspen spruce mix. Left detailed itinerary with my wife and his mom. Trailhead arrival, 9:15 a.m. Friday. Camps at Fern Creek Site, Narration 12. Out Sunday noon, via Pool Meadows Connector. Packed redundant, Gregory Baltry, 60, 3.2 LBS base. MSR Pocket Rocket 2, plus isobutane. Big Agnes Copper Spur, HVUL2 tent. Thermarest, Neo Air X Therm pads, Sunto MC2G compass, X2, Garmin GPS map 66i, inReach integrated, Gaia GPS offline, plus printed Nat Geo trails illustrated near 302, Spot X satellite messenger backup, Leatherman Wave plus Fox 40 whistle, Salomon Quest 4 GTX Element Boots, size 11, aggressive 5mm lugs, fresh midsoles. Cousin packed lighter, REI Flash 22 Day Pack converted backpack. Similar Salomon XA Pro 3D but worn treads. Trailhead permit paid. Bare canisters checked. 6:45 a.m. coffee down. Felt dialed. Day 1 unfolded textbook. Bear Lake TH to Fern Creek Junction in 4.1 hours. 1,200 feet steady grade through Engelmann spruce and quaking aspen golden turning. Recent rain left trail tacky. Perfect boot print capture. Temps 54 Tour start. Climbing to 66 Derv. 30% humidity. Fog patches lingering in draws. First 2.3 miles crushed casual, cousin snapping iPhone panoramas of Hallett Peak reflections. Lunch at the pool, Cliff Builders, and Mountain House scrambled eggs reconstituted hot. Afternoon section trickier. 1.8 miles technical route ladders, moose sign fresh, multiple game trails spidering left-right. Hit Fern Creek campsite Visitors 12 at 2:47 p.m. Flat site ringed subalpine fir, 60 feet from Creek Babel, established fire ring central. Routine setup, tent squared 12 stakes, MSR Groundhog Mini. Bear canister, 80 yards downhill. Tree tied, water filtered, MSR trail shot. Fire going by 5:12 p.m. using established ring plus. Fiddleback Forge Flint Striker. Dinner. Nor rice sides cheddar broccoli. Blackened trout from creek. Catch and release practiced. Starlink free dark sky exploded. Milky Way by 8:15 p.m. Cousin crashed 9:47 p.m. I banked coals 10:30 p.m. Normal night 1, 0 anomalies. Day 2 dawned 5:58 a.m. 38 degrees. Condensation heavy on fly. Coffee brewed. Oatmeal with peanut butter. Pack shouldered 7:22 a.m. for Pool Meadows connector. 6.8 miles gradual descent through old growth spruce fir. Fog burning off patchy. Mile 3.4, 9:17 a.m. Terrain shallowed into 400-yard meadow traverse, flanked parallel game trails, 35 to 45 feet offset left. That's when I clocked it. Left side parallel track, mud soft from seep, held boot prints matching mine exactly. Salomon Quest 4, GTX tread pattern, 5mm lugs, rockered heel, aggressive toe grabbers. Stride length identical, 28 inches heel toe. Right foot pronation where matched. Fresh mud, no water fill. Check this, told cousin crouching. He squinted. Your joke prints. Tested, step beside track. Pattern diverged. His XA Pro 3D shallower lugs, different heel strike. Parallel prints mirrored my boot sole photography perfect. Gaia GPS track straight, no side ventures. Parallel path intersected main trail 87 yards ahead at 30-degree angle, prints veering back single file, then splitting parallel again 140 yards later. Echo trail, I logged mental. Cousin laughed nervous. Continued but cataloged intersections. 4 total by mile, 5.2. Lunch, 12:14 p.m., Upper Pool Meadows. Freeze-dried beef stroganoff, socks drying on pack straps. Afternoon leg, 3.1 miles to Fern Lake Loop close. Fog rethickening 4:17 p.m. campsite arrival. Same site, Nunrigger 12. Habitat familiarity. Fire prep revealed second anomaly. 22 feet northeast of our established ring. Identical duplicate fire ring. Exact diameter 38 inches. Same stone selection, 3 to 5-inch flattish granite. Identical char, depth 1.2 inches. Same ash compaction. Our ring from night 1. Fresh charred alder, intact structure. Duplicate, weathered 6 to 12 months, moss creeping edges, but exact stone positioning mirror image. Beside it, stainless single-wall titanium mug. Rusted handle spot identical to mine resting fire ring edge. My Snow Peak 450, 14.5 Oz capacity. Wire handle bent 15 degrees left from 2019 drop. Duplicate, identical capacity. Rust pattern matching, embossing faded but legible, Snow Peak made Japan. Picked up ginger, 8.7 Oz versus my 8.5 Oz. Metal cold, condensation fresh. Cousin blanched. You plant this? Showed packing list photo pre-trip, no duplicate. GPS waypoint logged both rings, 40, 20, Dignan 105 23 degree W. Fire built our ring only. Dinner tents. Freeze-dried chicken pad thai, untouched half. Footstep audio, 9:42 p.m. Exact mirror our movements around camp. I stirred coals. Footsteps stirred 22 feet away. Cousin adjusted pad. Mirror adjustment. GPS map 66I track showed 12-foot zigzag 10:13 p.m. where we sat stationary. Slept light, Leatherman wave plus palmed. Dawn 6:12. AM day 3, 30 degrees, heavy dew. Coffee black, no breakfast appetite. Packed deliberate 7:45 a.m. No discussion needed. Early exit decision unanimous. Parallel prints visible. 3:5 prior intersections outbound. Fading mile 2.3. Trailhead 11:47 a.m. 28 hours ahead schedule. Debrief wife, mom. Route variation, all good. Gaia GPS, KML exported. Day 2, track showed 3 18-24-foot zigzags, correlating footstep audio timestamps exactly. GPS map, 66I satellite log, identical anomalies. Both devices, NIST traceable calibration March 2024. Rusted mug packed separate Ziploc. 7.8 Oz, now, condensation dried. Fort Collins cousin dropped, silent drive home. Night 4, laptop analysis. Bootprint photos, side by side, mine versus parallel. Treadwear patterns, matched micro abrasions. From Cub Lake Rock Garden mile, 1.9 day, 1. Fire ring compass bearings, 22 feet NNW. Perfect mirror axis. Mug metallurgy test, declined. Afraid confirmation. Consulted park naturalist week 2. Game trails common. GPS multipath error spruce canopy. Fire rings proliferate. Showed coordinates. Never mapped, Number 2. Gaia community forums blank that grid square. No user tracks. Mug sits desk paperweight now. Snow peak embossing catching lamplight. Hiking frequency unchanged. Increased methodology. Triple redundant nav. GPS map 66I plus. Gaia plug printed Nat Geo 125K mandatory. 2 compasses standard. Live share Gaia tracks family real time. Cousin resumed trails 3 months later. Popular Bear Lake figure 8s only, my lead. Nature's patterns challenge perception. Parallel path phenomenon. Topo echo, animal mimicry, spatial distortion unresolved. Coordinates filed personal logbook. Fern Lake loop avoided indefinite. Reality bends subtle in altitude. Stay methodical. Preparation anchors when patterns defy. Nature holds mysteries beyond understanding, but clear thinking keeps you safe. Haunted Fears family. If these parallel paths chilled you, smash like, subscribe, hit notification bell, share with your hiking crew. Comment your weirdest trail experience below. Stay grounded out there.
This story, including the research script and editing, was completely created by me. Thank you for supporting original content.